Shalom Yasha'Allah, his brother Pathak. That'll be key, but in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And this is gonna be a quick video. I just wanna do a reply to the brother GMS Rock Solid Foundation. Right? The brother put up a video of Eve kind of crying about the I should say her living conditions, you understand? And then he titled the video, Eve is ready to lose it and will, right? And that's truth. You understand? Because in these last days, Eve, they're gonna see great judgment. You understand? Eve is gonna have it worse than Jake. You understand? Israel as a whole, in the time of Jacob's trouble, they're gonna get great judgment. But Eve in that day, hey, Eve is gonna have it hard, man. Especially the Eve with the that independent woman spirit who feel like they don't need a man, who bucked up against the words of God all their life. You understand? That prideful woman, she's gonna be judged greatly in these last days, right? And I want to play this video for y'all, right? And I'm gonna play the video.
I had to walk outside my hotel for a moment just so I could give myself a breath because I've literally been crying all day. I'm cried out. I don't know how much more fight I have left in me. I've been fighting hard for about 4 years now, and I'm tired. To the person who scammed me out my house, if you see this, I can't let my baby see it. I want to give up. I want to give up so bad, but I can't because I'm all they have. But I'm scared.
And real quick, this is how a lot of women is gonna be in the last days, in a time of famine, right? In the time of Jacob's trouble, you understand? The time of great tribulation, right? When it's warfare on the earth, right? When it's no policing on the earth, you understand? And men is, hey, the independent woman, she's gonna be getting grabbed up by a damn nasty Edomite somewhere, man, right? Or whatever man it may be. They're gonna be getting grabbed up. They have no hedge, right? They have no man to protect them, and they're gonna have it hard, right? And she's constantly saying she's scared. You understand? And this is kind of a foreshadow of what's coming to Eve in these last days, right? Because Eve are proud, man. Our women are become proud. You understand? All they care about is the pleasures of their flesh, right? Our women are they don't care about anything spiritual, right? And a lot of our women are, hey, they're wicked. You understand? I want to get a quick precept. And before we go into it, I want to say Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's all praise to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world would ignorantly call Jesus Christ, but we know Him as Yahushai, right, in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And let's get this. This 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. It says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth," and that's all Eve knows, is to live in pleasure, right? The damn take pictures on Instagram, sit on social media all day. You understand? Look for male's attention, get drunk, get high. And hey, this is all Eve does. This is all our woman does, man. Right? Our women are not the tender and delicate woman that they were in times past. Right? They're wicked, man. You understand? The women of our nation are literally wicked. Right? Let's get this real fast. In Lamentation 4. In verse 3, it says, "Even the sea monsters draw out the beasts. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness," right? And when you go into Job, I believe it's chapter 39 and it might be verse 16. It goes into the ostriches and how they kill their own young ones, right? And things of that matter. And that's how our women have become, right? They get abortion after abortion. Our women are so wicked. They don't even keep things like abortion private. You would think that's something that a woman would want to keep to herself, right? Because you're literally killing a child, right? But our women publicly promote it and they make jokes about it all over social media. You have women that literally make videos about them popping a damn Plan B. You understand? Which is wicked. You're killing a child, right? But this is our woman, the Israelite woman, in these last days. You understand? And this is why they're gonna have to receive judgment, great judgment, right, in these last days, right? And let's go back to the video. So once again, the brother titled the video, Eve is ready to lose it. And well, hey, Eve is going to lose it in these last days.
I'm so scared, y'all.
And real quick, I wanted to touch on a quick point, Salakia, because the sister says she's so scared, you understand? And I just wanted to, real quick point, around the time when the so-called C-19 thing was happening, right? It was all over the news. People are going in and buying a bunch of tissue, and it's all these false reports of a bunch of death all around the world, and making it seem like it's just this great pandemic to basically cause people to fear and to go get that jump shot, right? My sister, you understand? I used to. This is before I was actually in the truth, though. But I used to already believe in the Bible. I was watching like certain type of videos, just getting an understanding here and there. You understand? But I would talk about God. I would talk about the Bible with the little knowledge I did have and understand, right? And I understood like these things were false flags and how just all these things. You understand? But the point is, it was one day my sister came in the house, right? And she kind of came to me crying and saying, because she had told me she didn't believe in God, right? But she came in crying one day when all this C-19 things was going on. And she said, hey, I got so scared. She had tears in her eyes. She said, I was just in the car. I was thinking about the kids. I began to pray. You understand? She said, I tried to pray to God, right? Because I got so scared. So I tried to pray, right? And hey, that's what a lot of women are going to do, right? In the time of trouble, when they see they're pretty much helpless, they don't know what to do. That's the time where they're going to try to pray. You understand? And I can't say whether the Most High God is going to deliver them or be merciful unto them in that day. It all depends on the spirit, right? But yeah, that was just a quick point. That was a foreshadowing to me. I always remember that day. Like, okay, she always talks about how she doesn't believe in God this, she doesn't believe in God this. But that day, when that thing first came on the earth, hey, she got so scared that she said she tried to pray to the Most High, man. Right? And hey, it's gonna get worse and worse for our women. That wasn't nothing. The C-19 was nothing but a bunch of false flags, right? A bunch of false death reports and things of that matter. So how much more when real judgment comes upon the earth? You understand? But I just wanted to get that quick point. I'm gonna continue to play the video.
I'm sorry. I told y'all I wasn't gonna get on this mother sucker crying. But I genuinely don't know what to do anymore. All my savings are almost depleted. Staying in a hotel is not cheap no matter how much you do. No matter what coupons you use or whatever, paying daily for a hotel will never be cheap. But I can't go to the shelter, and the thought of losing my animals is killing me. The thought of my children in a shelter kills me. I've lost so many families and so much because of this person who decided to scam me for no reason. I'm sorry. How do you sleep? How do you do people like this? Everything I ever worked for is gone, and I'm losing it slowly. Everything is in storage. My children are also losing their sanity because they're toys and we're all stuck in one spot, y'all. I'm losing my complete sanity right now. I want to feel like a girl again, y'all. I want to dress up and I want to look pretty too sometimes. But I'm in survival mode all day.
See that? Hey, and a lot of you, Eve, are going to be in survival mode all day in these last days, man. Right? She says she want to dress pretty. She want to look like a woman again. But she's in survival mode all day. And it's going to be the same for you, Eves. That all you care about is the pleasures of this world. All you care about is wearing your booty shorts and putting on your makeup and wearing your damn nasty wig. Right? Hey, y'all going to go through the same thing. You understand? You're going to want to look pretty, but you're not going to be able to because you're going to be in survival mode. Right? Let's get that real fast. Let's get this in Isaiah 3. Right? So this is the spirit that the brother put up this video because this is a mighty video. I was actually meditating on doing a video about the sisters. And so I'm glad I came across this video all through the spirit of power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? So this is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. It reads, moreover, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. And that's our sisters. They're haughty. They walk with stretched forth necks. They're proud. You understand? And wanton eyes. It says walking and mincing as they go, right? It says and making tinkling with their feet, right? They love the attention. They love to be seen, right? It says, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts, right? It says, in that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their coals and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings. So all these things that the women love to wear, right, to be seen by the and to beautify their outer appearance, right? Though they have a wicked and nasty spirit, right? Our women love to look good on the outside. The Lord is going to remove all these things from them. In the time of Jacob's trouble, women are probably going to smell terrible. You understand? They're going to smell terrible, right? They're not going to have all these different things, these different what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just say smell good items that they have to keep their, you understand what I'm saying, their private area smelling a certain type of way, right? They're not going to have all these earrings, they're not going to care about their clothes in this day, right? You heard what the sister said. I want to look pretty, but I'm in survival mode, and all of the sisters going to be in survival mode. You understand? Right? It says the changeable suits of apparel, right? You're not going to be able to continue to change your clothes. You're probably going to be wearing the same clothes for damn 3 weeks in Jacob's trouble, right? A pilgrim on the earth, right? It says in the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the vials, right? Verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, right? So instead of smelling good, you understand, having that sweet savor, right? They're going to be stinking, right? And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well set hair, baldness, right? And hey, that even goes into like the wigs and the weave and things of that matter, right? You're not gonna have those things. You're gonna you're gonna have your natural hair out, man, right? And it says, and a lot of brothers, they lusting after Cardi B, they lusting after these different Instagram models. But when they see them in this day, they're not gonna want them, man. Right? These same women that you're lusting all over, you can't get them off your mind. You stay scrolling up and down Instagram all day just to look at these women. In this day, you're not gonna want these women. You understand? When these women are in, with, like the sister just said, in survival mode, you're not gonna want them. You understand? Right? The Lord said, instead of wool set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomach or a salakia, kind of going to the damn chat. It says instead of a stomach or a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty, right? It says thy men shall fall by the sword and thy mighty men in the war, right? Because in this day is going to be a lot of death on the earth, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and being desolate shall sit upon the ground, right? And I want to go to the next chapter and read verse 1 because this is a heavy point as well, right? Because right now the woman got the independent woman spirit or the heartless spirit, right? Just kind of jumping from man to man. I don't care about that having a good guy. I don't want a man of the Lord. I want a thug. I want a crack dealer, a dope dealer. You understand? Right? This is the mindset of our woman. Just folly and vanity. You understand? I want that man that's getting all the likes on Instagram. This is how our women think. Right? So it says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Right? And in that day, that same independent woman who doesn't want to share a man. I'm not sharing a man with another sister. Right? But the Lord said, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. That's how desperate you're going to be to have that man for your hedge and for your protection. 7 women are going to take hold of one man, right? Because when you're a pilgrim on the earth, hey, you're going to need a man in that day. You can't just be a woman with 4 children and you're just a pilgrim on the earth and you think everything is going to be okay with you, man, right? Hey, it's going to get hard for you in that day, right? And I don't even really have to go into detail because, hey, if you got an area, you should be able to hear. Right, a woman, when it's no policing, right, it's a bunch of hell breaking loose on the earth. It's no ambulances, there's no police, it's barely any food to eat. Hey, all hell is breaking loose. What is a man going to be able to do to a woman in that day? Right, he might be able to snatch her up, snatch up her kids, rape her. You understand? We're just going to make it plain because this is the prophecies of the Lord. These things are going to come to pass in the last days. It's going to be like an apocalypse movie. The time of Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time that's never been seen before on the earth. You understand? So we can't even really fathom how great judgment the Lord is going to bring upon our people, right? And especially Eve, right? And it says, So it says, I'm gonna read verse 1 again. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. Right? And 7 women gonna take hold of one man and say, hey, we're gonna eat our own bread, right? And it says, and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. So basically they're saying we're gonna provide for ourselves. You don't have to feed us, you don't have to get us clothing. Just let us be called by your name, right? Just let us be your wife. We need your protection. We need you. They're gonna need a man in that day, right? It says to take away our reproach. And you got a lot of brothers that go into this scripture and say that's talking about the kingdom of heaven. But why would the daughters of Zion have reproach in the kingdom of heaven? It's not talking about the kingdom of heaven. It's talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, right? It's a continuation of what we was reading about in Isaiah 3, right? So I want to go back to the video real fast. Get another precept through the spirit, right? I kind of don't really got nothing prepared. I just wanted to go through the spirit because I was actually kind of meditating on this, right? And I want to get Isaiah 32 and verse 1. It says, behold, I'm gonna get verse 2. And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and that wind represents destruction, right? Every time, I should say, sometime when you read about wind and the tempest and things like that in the scriptures, it's speaking about destruction, right? So it says, and a man shall be as in hiding place from a wind, right? And a covert from the tempest, you see that? And it says, as rivers of water in a dry place. And what is rivers of water if you're living in a dry place? You're living in a deserted area and you haven't drunk water in 5 days. That water is going to be like life unto you. So that's what the Lord is saying. In that day, a man is going to be like life unto a woman. It says, and as the shadow of a great rock in the weary land. You see that? So a man is going to be a hedge for a woman. A woman is going to need a hedge in that day. You understand? So that's what that's going into. Right, so that independent woman is independent woman's spirit is a wicked spirit. You understand? Right, it's a wicked spirit to have. I don't need a man. That's not how the Most High God ordained women to be. You understand? The woman was supposed to be submissive and delicate, right? Helpers in the household. You understand? So let's go back to the video.
every day. And I genuinely just don't know. Like, I just don't know what else to do. I've done everything right. I've kept peace. I've kept positivity, but nothing's working. So I'm sorry if I came on here ruining y'all day or whatever. But I just needed a vent because I don't have family and I don't have nobody else to vent to. So, yeah. For those who...
Right, in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's possible, hey, you're not going to have your family in that day. You're not going to have anybody to vent to. You understand? Hey, the Lord said a man should desire to hear another man's voice. That's how... Let's get that real fast. Real fast. Let me kind of see where that's at through the spirit. Second Esdras. So like it real with me. Bear with me. Second Esdras 16. And I'm gonna get it on my phone for edification's sake, right? So this is the book of Second Esdras chapter 16. And this whole chapter is good, but I want this point. And this is going into Jacob's trouble. It says, I'm going to start from 22 to get a little context. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger so the sword destroys. So it's going to be great death in this time, right? And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. And there shall be no man left in the earth, Salakia, no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Right, it's going to be, that's how much death is going to be in the earth at this time. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? Right, and I want to jump down to verse 27. It's the point. It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. So, hey, a sister's Lot, and her judgment might be so great that she might be in that city where she's like, damn, Will Smith and I Am Legend. And she's desiring to hear another man's voice or a sister's voice. You're not going to have anybody to vent to. You understand? That's why it's important for our sisters to humble down in these last days before the time of trouble comes upon the earth, right? But a lot of times our sisters are the main ones that's bucking up. They'll walk past, hey sister, you got a minute to hear the word? I'm already saved, right? I know my God. I don't need nobody to teach me about my God, right? Or whatever folly that might come out of Eve's mouth. You understand? A lot of Eve is a lot of our sisters are proud, man, right? So they deserve judgment, and same for all of wicked Israel. But right now we dealing with the sisters, right? And I want to get verse 28 as well. It says, for of a city there shall be 10 left, And 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. You see that? So there's going to be 10 left in the city, right? And that's not literal. It could be literal, but that 10 is just going into a complete modern number. So you might be in a city that only got 10 people left, literally. You might be in a city that only got 15 people left. You might be in a city that only got 40 people left. The point is, it's going to be a little bit of people left in the city in this time. That's how much death is going to be upon the earth, right? And what is a woman going to do in that day, right? With no hedge, right? What is that independent woman going to do in that day? That I don't need a man woman. She's going to be confounded, right? Going to be confounded. And let's go back to the video.
Have been following me and staying along and cheering me on. I thank you guys more than anything. And if you're new, hi. I'm usually not like this. But y'all, I'm so scared. I am scared. I've been keeping a straight face and I've been pulling myself up by my bootstraps, but my boots got holes in them now and the straps is missing.
See that? And that's why the Lord said this, right? I'm going to get this. That's why the Lord said this, right? Isaiah 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. And our sisters, they're at ease. They love the so-called white man's kingdom, you understand? Because the so-called white men give them different benefits, right? They feel like a so-called black woman is a vice president, even though I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Salaki if I'm wrong, but I believe Kamala Harris is a Edomite. I believe her father is Esau. You understand, right? And it was I don't remember exactly what it was. I can't remember what it was, but I believe it was like a so-called black woman that became. It's something like a judge or something of that matter. Salaki, I don't remember exactly what it was, but she pretty much was on standing next to Biden in the video, and she said, "We made it." She was speaking on the behalf of black people, right? She said, "We made it," because she was promoted into a high office. I don't remember the exact office, but she said, "Hey, we finally made it," right? And the so-called black woman gets little things like that from Esau, right? From the so-called white man, and they feel like they made it, man. Right, because Esau is giving them these small benefits. They're getting good jobs, right? Better paying jobs than a man, right? And that's why our women, they love the so-called white man and they love this captivity, right? And I'm gonna read verse 9 again. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women." Right? The Lord said, "Many days and years shall they be troubled." Right? He said, "Ye careless women," and they really have no care in the world. Right? All they care about is vanity, man. Right? It says, "For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease." Right? And in the last days, they're going to be in a state of trembling, in a state of fear, just like we see with the sister in the video. Right? They're going to be in that state. Right? It says, "Ye careless ones, strip you and make ye bare." Right? "And gird sackcloth upon your loins." And the Lord is telling them, and at that time, they better repent. That's what it's going to when it says, "Gird sackcloth upon your loins," meaning to humble down and repent and cry out unto the Lord. Right? And yeah, that's all I really wanted to bring out through the Spirit. And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, brothers and sisters got the understanding thereof. So our sisters have to humble down in these last days. You understand? Right? Because great judgment is going to come upon the earth, and you're going to partake in it. Right? And I'm led to believe that the sisters are going to have it worse in that day, right? You were talking about being pilgrims on the earth. We're talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, right? We're talking about the time of great death and destruction. And women being that weaker vessel, hey, they're going to kind of have it worse, man, right? Women being a independent woman with children, and you're going through a time of famine, right? A time where it's nothing but death and destruction and judgment upon the earth. What are they going to really do? Right. But hey, it's ultimately the judgment of the Lord, and everybody who feels the wrath of the Lord, they deserve it. You understand? So because all of the Lord's judgments are true and they're righteous. Right. Let's get that real fast, and then we're going to close out. Right. So our sisters need to humble down in these last days. Right. Let me get this real fast. Right. Because it's pride. Right. And this is what the Lord said. This second Ezra 8:50, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." You see that? It's going to be great miseries that come unto them that walked in great pride, man. You can't just walk in great pride all your life and think the Lord is not going to recompense you of that pride. The Lord hates pride. Let's get that, right? The Lord literally hates pride. I believe this is what I want. Let's try this. This is exactly what I want. All praise to the Most High God. Right, by Shema Mashiach Yahushua, right? So this side right to the 25 and verse 2, it says, three sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, and that goes for Jake, right? Eve, we're poor, but yet our people are so proud, man. We're the poor of this earth, man, right? And yet, how can we possibly be proud in being in captivity? How the hell are you in captivity but you're proud? Right? You think you're better than the next brother or the next sister when your whole nation is in captivity. And the Lord said he literally hates that. But yet people think the Most High God doesn't hate. But I'm going to read that again. It says, three sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth. You see that? So, hey, that's hated, man. Right? That's something that the Most High God hates. He hates pride. Pride coming before destruction, right? And a lot of our women are going to receive destruction in these last days, man. Right? So with that, I want to give a mighty shalom to the mighty Akim wa Akwat that tuned in and listened to the words of the Lord. And I want to give a kahala Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, right? And shalom Yasha Allah.